good morning. How are you? I am fine, thank you. Today I want to talk about creating a comfortable and welcoming environment for your maids and nannies. The first thing is respect and communication. When you treat your maid or nanny with respect, with kindness, and with dignity, it makes her feel good and it makes her feel welcome. So, treating her with respect goes a very long way because she's a human being just like you, and she's here to take care of your children and your home, to help you as the mother of the house manage your home while you also focus on other things like work. Also, when it comes to communication, be willing to listen to her. Sometimes they actually have very good ideas, and a good example that I can share is the slave girl who was given to Naaman's wife. Had it not been for her, Naaman would have kept on having his leprosy, but because the wife of Naaman was willing to listen to her slave girl or her maid, that maid enabled and gave them an idea that enabled Naaman to receive the healing that he needed for his leprosy. So it's always good to respect them, talk to them nicely, don't talk to them with madharau, and listen to their ideas because they also have experiences with life and they have things that they can share with you that may improve your life in one way or another. The second point is set clear expectations, extremely clear expectations, and give her a very detailed job description. I normally say it's better to spend hours coming out with a very detailed job description for your maid or nanny, even before you look for one, because it is through those job description, the things that you put inside the job description, that are going to determine if the lady will accept to come and work with you or not. So if you get one and she accepts, please make sure you detail in thorough deep details her job description so that she can be able to perform the work that she's meant to do and to your expectations. Because the one thing that we fail to do is to give them a job description, so they end up doing whatever they feel needs to be done in the house, and then maybe that's not what you wanted. So you come home and you find, okay, fine, the clothes were washed, but the sofas were not, the cushions were not removed, and the seat swept, So make your description for her very detailed. The third one is fair compensation and benefits. Make sure you pay her well enough that it is worth the amount of work that she's doing in your house. And as much as you're paying her well, also make sure that you pay her on time. Don't be those people who delay your maid or nanny's salaries, because it's not good. And I learned this from my grandfather. My grandfather pays on the 30th of whichever month, and if it's a Feb, a 28th month, he will pay them on 28th or on 27th. So I heard that from people who worked for him, that he used to ensure he has paid all his salaries by the 30th of every month. So by the time the first of the next month is coming, everybody already has their salary. So for me, I pay on first. I always make sure between first and second. If I'm not able to, farthest I can go is fourth, and I never ever go beyond fourth, because I try and clear all my bills and responsibilities by the fourth. But my maid or my nanny always gets her salary on the first, and if that's not possible, farthest we can go with second, but I try my level best to do it by first. So as much as you're paying your maids and nannies, make sure that you do it in a timely manner so that she's not scared. The new month will not start and she's like, oh my god, I don't even know when I'm going to get my salary. And she's not able to panga herself because they have school fees to pay, they have shopping to do for the people at home. So try and make sure that you pay them on time. The next point is comfortable accommodation. This reminds me of one of my referral maids, one of them. We stayed with her for 6 years, so she has told me so many stories about this job of being a maid or a nanny. And she specifically told me of a time that she went to work somewhere. I don't know the place, but it was here in Nairobi. And when she got there, met the owner of the home, she was given a very old, rugged mattress. And do you remember the blankets we used to use in high school? And then they have become so old that they look like threads. So alitupiwa that mattress and that thread like blanket, and told to make her place to sleep in the kitchen. And the lady woke up the next day and she left. She didn't continue staying there. So that's just an example of create a good and comfortable place that can accommodate your household. Give her a good bed, give her a good mattress, give her good beddings, and also give her storage space where she can put her clothes and her shoes, and let it be comfortable, let it be a good place so that she can feel loved and really welcomed. And it also it gives her morale to keep working for you well. So try and make sure that she has a good place to sleep and to put her things and to just rest. I remember when I was living in Gong, I was staying in a one bedroom. So my nanny used to sleep in the sitting room, but I gave her a very good mattress and good beddings, not torn or anything. They were actually mine, the extra ones that I had. I gave her good beddings and she was comfortable, and we stayed with her for quite a while. She was comfortable there, and yeah, so make sure you make your maids and nannies comfortable. Give them good accommodation. Yes, because it's not good. Sometimes you hear stories of they are sleeping on the sofa, and she's tired after all the work that she has done to you and for you, and then you give her a sofa and one bed sheet to cover herself. Yeah, it may make them feel bad and not valued. So make sure you create a very good place for them to sleep and rest. And the next one is about professional development. Sometimes when you talk to your maid or nanny, you get to hear about their passions and what they would have desired to do had they not met the circumstances that led them to being a housemaid or nanny. Or sometimes they choose to be, but there are those ones who didn't choose to be. And and even though they chose to be, they could still have had something that they may have wanted to do, like catering, go to driving school, attend computer college, I have one who has really desired to go to shule ya kushona nguo. Yes, she is very passionate about dressmaking. There are others who would go to just different professions and things that can make them feel, wow, I have left this place in a much better way than I came. My own nanny is very passionate about first aid because she had is it a degree or a diploma is in social sciences, and she has a deep passion for children and taking care of children and making sure children are brought up in safe environments. So she has a passion for first aid. She has loved first aid, and when I realized that, I took her for training to go and train as a certified first aider, and now she's always just reading books all the time about first aid because that's what she loves. And I realized, because I'm able to, let me also just empower her and let her go and do the first aid course, which she did, and she was so happy. She got a certificate, and that brings so much joy to my heart when I see them so happy. And I had mentioned one who I took for driving school because she has always kept telling me that she doesn't understand, she doesn't know how women can be driving. She doesn't know, and she would love to be one of those women who drive. So you see, when you get to know your maids or nannies, you get to know such things about them. And if you are in a position to empower them in that way, then why not? Just take them for training, because again, when they do that, they give you better service. Right now, I'm very confident in leaving my daughter with my nanny because I know, if anything, she's a qualified first aider and she will be able to help her, if anything, though I do not hope for anything like that to happen. Yes, so when you train your maids or nannies, they give you better service, and when they leave, yeah, God will give you somebody else who you can also train. And another thing that many people complain about is they say that if I'm going to empower her, she will leave. But I always say it's okay. If she leaves, you will get another one to empower. And again, if she leaves, the home she's going to, she will be so good compared to how she came to your home. So I ask people, if we all of us decided to train all our nannies, can you imagine how different that environment, that industry would be? Because I would know, even though she leaves your home and she comes to my home, I will know I'm getting a trained nanny, so I'm happy. Or if mine leaves and goes to your home, you'll be confident in the person that's coming to take care of your home and your children because she's trained and she's wow. And the other point is that you need to ensure that they maintain a good work-life balance. Give them enough work for the day. Don't overload all the jobs that you wanted done in a month to her in one day. Don't let her scrub the carpet and also remove the seat covers and wash them, and all the curtains and wash them, and whew, even me saying that gets me tired. So make sure that there's a work-life balance where she's working, yes, she's also able to rest and tend to her own personal and family obligations. So make sure that you create a good work and life balance for your maid or nanny. Yes, it will enable her to rest, and once she's rejuvenated, she comes back and works even better for you. But I know some employers who do not want to see their maids or nannies resting. I actually had one recently who complained about her nanny requiring to go and rest in her bedroom, and she was like, no, that's horrible. You don't do that. So it's always good to allow them to rest and have their own time to think about their things. And yes, because even me with my own child, I sometimes ask my nanny to keep her a bit busy so that I can get some time to rest and maybe read. And yes, because I love reading, and when she's around me, I'll not be able to go deep into that book that I'm reading. So make sure that you create a good work and life balance for your maids or nannies. And last but not least is appreciate and recognize all the good and hard work that your maid or nanny is doing for you. Always say thank you, or even gift them something just to show them that you appreciate what they do for you. Because I always say these guys come to help us so that we can do other things. If it's running a business, if it's going to work, if it's even attending school, somebody else is helping you at home keep things in order, so that you are able to go out and also chase after your dreams. So always recognize that. People come to recognize it when they leave, and you're like, oh my god, my whole life is falling apart, I'm not able to manage everything. Oh. So say thank you when they're still there. Show them that you're really, really grateful for all the very good work that they are doing for you. And also teach your children to respect them. Let them know that when you're not there, they are the ones who want your kusema when you are not there. So teach your children to respect and appreciate the maids or nannies. My daughter, every time we're going to bed, will start crying tears when she's on my back, because now I've forced her to go to bed. And she'll tell me, Mommy, I love Auntie Sophie. I love Auntie Sophie so much. And she's crying tears. So yes, teach your children to love and appreciate your maids and nannies, because children learn through observation. So when they see you disrespect and abuse and your maid or nanny, that is the same way that they will treat her. So teach them to appreciate their maids and their nannies, and let them show love to them. Like I said, Sophie is an extension of love, of my love for my daughter when I'm not around. So yeah, that's it from me today. Have a beautiful day.